All right, so we have some exciting news. Actually, last week, right after we posted our most recent update video on the RV repairs, a gentleman from the shop came over, knocked, and let us know that our insurance company had approved the repairs for the RV. And he said that they were going to want us out by Monday, and need to be out for about 3 days for them to fix it.
Now, we knew when we got here that we'd have to probably get out of the RV for close to a week when they were actually working on the repairs. But we also thought they were going to have to replace the entire front cap, which was a custom piece that they'd have to order, and that was going to take 3 to 4 weeks. So we were waiting for it to get approved, and then once approved, they were going to have to order that part, and then we would know which dates we'd have to be out so we could go ahead and book a hotel.
And basically the thing is with the front cap, Tiffin would have to make it and then ship it. So it was going to take about a month, which give us, a decent amount of time to find, a cabin or a hotel or whatever. And even before all that, me and Katie had been looking a little bit, trying to see what else was out there and what possibilities would be there.
Yeah, but we thought we were going to have time. So basically he came and said, hey, all right, so you guys can go ahead and leave Monday and we'll start working on your RV and it'll be ready by like Wednesday. Exactly. So we were like, yay, and then oh crap, because now we have to find a place and it's the weekend and we basically have 2 days and it's peak season here in Colorado. And I've been looking at places since we've been here, but just kind of, I didn't know what dates we'd have to be out, but just trying to get an idea. And a lot of places are already pretty booked, so I was a little stressed out.
But then right away, well, probably like within 3 hours of him telling that, she did find a place that had an opening for 3 days.
I found a place that actually would work. It was a cool little cabin. But right before I booked it, the guy came back and said, actually, we're probably going to need more time if you guys can be out for the whole week. That would be great. So that place I was looking at was only available for those 3 days, and it was booked until like October after that. And that's the thing, is a lot of places I was looking at, they don't really have availability until October, except maybe some sporadic days here and there. So at that point, I spent like all day Friday just like searching places. A lot of calendars online, they're not accurate, so you actually have to like reach out to the owner or the company and see if they actually have availability. So I was emailing a lot of people. Now, we had looked and considered hotels, but the thing with hotels, one, we had to find a place that would accept pets. Most of them have a 2-pet minimum or a 2-pet maximum, and they charge between $20 and $50 a day per pet. On top of that, they actually had to be available, so there was like all these things kind of working against us.
And there were some places where legitimately, if we would have stayed there, we'd be paying $150 a night just for the pets.
Just for the pets, yeah. So, because we have 3 pets now. Yeah. So, and the other thing is a lot of places will accept dogs, but they don't accept cats. So that kind of made it challenging. But basically, I just did a whole bunch of research, and I looked at all different places, and we weren't even just considering Colorado Springs nearby. We were looking pretty much anywhere in Colorado. In fact, we were kind of hoping to go somewhere a little bit further so that we can explore while we're there during that time. So basically, by the end of Friday, I didn't really get too far. I hadn't heard back from some of the places that seemed like they may have availability, and there were a couple places that could have worked, but they just looked a little rough. So I was just like, I don't really want to go there. Also, when I was looking at pictures, I was trying to avoid a place that had like leather type furniture or carpet, because with having 2 cats and a puppy, I wanted to minimize the amount of damage that could be created. Even though our cats do pretty well, they can get stressed, especially Ducky. He gets stressed out sometimes, and I didn't want him, if he gets stressed, sometimes he'll pee. So I just don't want him peeing on carpet.
And we had considered, even with the cats, putting them up at like a pet stay place and letting them stay for a while. And we were fine with that for maybe a day or two, but for a week with, she said new puppy a couple times, and I mentioned we had three animals. If you don't follow us on Instagram or Facebook, we did just get a new puppy.
You might be able to hear him.
Yeah, you might be able to hear him in the background. But we're going to introduce him here shortly, but one of the important things that we were looking for was, well, one of the things about not putting them in a pet hotel now was that they're dealing with a lot of stress just with introducing the new puppy, and then for us to put them someplace for 7 days where they haven't been, and we've never really done that before.
And, well, the other thing, too, is the only place I found, they had 2 spots available, but they weren't even next to one another, so the cats would be separated, and I just didn't feel right about that. I mean, our pets are family
so
we were like, okay, our ultimate objective is we have to find a place where all 3 pets can come with us, and that was not very easy. We knew that going into this, that it probably wouldn't be super easy, but that we would find something.
But let's fast forward.
Yeah, so Saturday I heard back from, it was actually like an RV campground that does have cabins. They didn't have one available that following Monday, but they did have one the Monday after that for a whole week. And they would accept all 3 pets, and it was only like $60 extra for the entire week to have all 3 pets there, which was really reasonable. Because we're actually paying for this out of pocket. The insurance company is going to reimburse us, but we don't really know when that'll be. So we definitely wanted to keep it, pretty
semi-reasonable.
budget friendly.
Budget friendly, yeah.
But so Eric went and checked with the guys in the shop to see if it's possible to move it until the following Monday, which is
here in 2 days.
Yeah, this upcoming Monday, and they were good with that. They actually were ordering the parts, so honestly, I think it's better because I think they just got the windshield yesterday.
I ran into Brian, who's one of the employees here at the shop, when I was at the grocery store 2 days ago, and he told me, "Oh, Eric, fancy running into you here," but he's like, "So we've got pretty much all the parts. We're waiting for one more mirror to come in, and the windshield just came in. So even though we weren't able to get it in, this last week when they originally said they could, by waiting, I mean, now they're going to have all the parts basically right there. So when they take it in on Monday, they can just start making it happen." So
yeah, because I mean, it's possible that we could have gotten in somewhere last week and then had to keep extending it. So I think it's better this way. The only thing is that, I mean, this place isn't what I exactly had in mind. It's not really in a location I was like super excited about, but it's convenient to a lot of areas we want to check out. So that's pretty nice. And the people have been really cool on the phone, really helpful. The only thing, too, is that when we found it, we knew we had to book it right away because they only had one cabin, and we wouldn't be able to cancel it because it was such short notice. So it was, when I found out that we could actually wait that week, I went back out because I'm like a research freak, and like I was like searching again using those dates to see if I could find anything, and I still wasn't finding anything. I found actually there was one place that had it was a cute little cabin closer to Durango, which is where we kind of wanted to go, but they only had twin beds, and we could push them together, but we were just like, you know what, like let's just, we can't really cancel this other reservation, and it's closer to some other places. It's more kind of like centrally located, like an hour and a half to more places. So
I think overall we're really excited about it. Here in 2 days we're going to be able to hit the road. When we come back, the RV is going to be fixed, and then we can get back on our journeys. And like I've mentioned many times before, the auto shop that we're staying at, they've been absolutely phenomenal as far as like making sure we have everything we need.
They've been awesome. They've been waiting on our insurance company, so I mean, they've done everything they can do.
But really good people here, and we'll kind of, we'll touch base on them a little later, but we've been really happy with them. But at the same time, we're definitely excited to get back on the road and kind of get out there. And we're also excited to get better internet. This has been
the worst internet we've ever had in this whole year of RV. Like, the worst. Internet. Like, it's like seriously like 1998 up in here. Like, I can't handle this. I can't handle it. So I'm late on responding to some emails and comments. I'm sorry. It's just every time I go in there, it like freezes or it like loses connection. It's been a nightmare. But
it has been a nightmare. But overall, the good news is that the RV is getting fixed this coming Monday. They're going to go ahead and repair the fiberglass, change the windshield, replace both mirrors, replace both windshield wipers, replace a front light that has a leak where light's coming in there. And then they're also one of the things that I didn't even realize we had, I think I had seen it, but I didn't really put 2 and 2 together, but we actually have a clear bra on the front of the RV, which is really good for bugs and all that. And I had always seen the outline down the side, but I didn't really realize it was that, but they're going to be replacing that as well, which is pretty awesome. But overall, we're really excited that the RV is getting fixed, and I know
we're going to be able to drive, it's where we're staying is 5 hours from here, so it'll be like a nice drive. We'll be able to see more of Colorado. While we're there, we can kind of scout some areas and see if maybe we want to drive the RV back down there, because that's kind of what we're thinking right now. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, see what we find down there. I know we kind of rambled on a little bit in this video, but I hope you guys are excited to hear about us getting fixed. I know we're super excited about it. But if you have any questions or comments, definitely leave them below. Don't forget to swing by mountainmodernlife.com. Thank you much for watching today. Oh yeah, don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you again soon.